I'm live. Hi, my tribe. Already 20 people. Thank you. So, my name is Queen Mark, right? Okay. And this is a platform that I created also, like, not really ready, but we are here, and so we have to roll, and it's a ministry, so I keep it real and I tie it in with all the other aspects of my life and everything. And so I thank God. This is the second live I'm doing, and I now know a few more things than I knew the last time. So I hope that everybody is doing well, and I just want to talk about the preparation we need to do to start something new or to embrace a new relationship, new, right? Okay. So, actually, I moved in with my mom, and it's been a journey and it's still ongoing. And I just finished packing up my books today. That's kind of like my head. So when I pack it up, I settle there, then every other thing can flow. I'm good. Spiritually, I had already moved in, so I'm good. And that's how, for a new relationship, and especially this relationship, my king, I am still doing all of that preparation, and I think we are both doing it. This month we are still on this spiritual exercise, so one of the things that I had to give up this month was talk to him. So for 25 days we haven't spoken to each other, and I can't wait for 5 more days so that I can talk. We can talk, right? And that's part of the preparation. You want something, you have to put in the work. And as far as relationships are concerned, I had fumbled enough to think that I could do this on my own. So I decided to call on God to help me. I was like, even to help me, to do it for me. I was like, Father, I am tired. Indeed, I'm holding this book, Musings on the Murky Dating and Relationships Terrain, by a lady who has had plenty interactions on that terrain. Who It's actually free on Kindle, on the Amazon, from from yesterday until the 28th. It's free, so you can download the Kindle app. It's free, and then you get it. It's not even big. You can read this thing in 1 hour, frankly speaking. I mean, for me it was an inventory, like an autopsy inventory. Like, hey girl, look, come on, you have messed up, you have fumbled. I cannot even count the number of relationships I've had in my life. Like, I couldn't count it inside this book. This is nothing. I just picked the ones where I really learned so much and probably fumbled the most. And I don't know if my king has read this one yet, but he has read my first memoir, which is My Unconventional Loves, My Hurts, My Adulteries, My Redemption. And he has read Are You Husband Material, Reversing the Conventional Probing, because I've written nine books, 8 plus a journal, right? And I gave him my books in the beginning. Like, you see, me, I write books. We were just very good friends, and we are still very good friends. So I was like, these are my books, and he loves reading. So he was like, yeah, let me read your books. And then after he's giving me feedback, I'm like, wow, where did you get all this courage? You are so transparent. I love this. I was like, oh yeah, okay, good. Have you written your own? No. So I mean, frankly speaking, so you have to be honest with yourself. You have to, like, I need to prepare. Look, prepare from all angles. That's why I call it holistic preparation. The physical, that's the easy one to prepare. For example, if you want to firm up, you want to tone up, you want to slim up, you want to put on weight. Look, I have done a journey of weight gain for 4 months, and even after that 4 months, I not gain enough. So I know that some people go on weight gain journeys. It's not only for weight loss that people have issues with their body. I was scary, like a scarecrow. So I needed to put on some weight. So as you see me looking like 75 or 77 kgs, imagine when I was 66 or 65 or 64, and all kinds of things going on in my head and everything. I live with post-traumatic stress disorder. So when I'm messed up completely. So that was it. And then the spiritual preparation. You need to be honest. That is not what God wants. He doesn't want us dilly-dallying and fooling around and messing all over the place and getting into abusive relationships and abusing people ourselves and all of those things. No, that's not his plan. So my son is washing the car. Let me shift. So I had to be honest and say, Father, I can't do this on my own. Please help me. Tell me what to do. And he said, okay, I want you to give me 12 months of your body. 12 months. Like no sex, no frolicking, no fooling around. And then you will see what I can do with and for you. I was like, okay, Papa, okay. But you give me the grace, because on my own I cannot. So I am on day 207. I think that is more than 6 months already. I started on the 1st of December 2021 and it's supposed to finish on the 1st of December 2022. Although if we are not yet ready to tie the knot, we are going to continue because this is somebody who is very serious about his work with God also. He has been on that journey for 10 years. So this is my own, I'm talking 6 months is nothing. This is somebody who has been on an abstinence journey for 10 years. Wow. God, a man. In short, he just gives me the strength, frankly speaking. Okay. So that was the spiritual preparation. Emotional preparation. I tell myself, Jesus is my best friend. He's my lover. If I don't have another one, no problem. That's not even my only source of emotional support. It must not be from a man. But I wasn't bitter anymore, because there's the bitter and then there's the better. I was better. So I was like, you, Jesus, sweet Jesus, sweet Jesus. And it's so good because it helps you to grow in your relationship with him. Like anything, you take it to him, how you feel. He helps you even process things faster than, your intimate partner, all of those things. Because he will not even be he will not fill you up 100%. He will not be what are you? He's sorting himself out, so he cannot even be there for you 100%. I was watching a podcast on how love can last forever after all. I really wish, he's on Instagram also, Pastor Carl Cope. So this couple that were there yesterday, Brian and Sharon, Brian was saying how one thing that he had to realize and give up was that Sharon was his source of everything. That was putting too much pressure on his wife. How can she be his source of everything? Like each time he needs emotional, sexual, this one, all kind of support, she has to be there. That was just too much and she was ready to walk out. And then he had to go through this journey of realizing that no, Sharon cannot be your source of everything. Are you her source of everything? Can you even do that? And so emotionally, we have to also get to that place where we don't rely on our significant other 100%, wear them out for nothing. We realize they cannot be our source of everything. Because we have to look up to God, not to one another, that kind of way like, look at me, oh. Somebody will even be afraid of getting into a relationship with you because you are so needy. That's what they call codependency. And that's not healthy, So I had to do this work on myself too. I don't know if I would say I was the needy type, but I think I was the detached type. I was trying to find a balance, but I was more detached than that. To the point where, frankly speaking, all of these relationships in this book, I'm very honest, I stopped them all. It's not like somebody broke up with me. I broke up with people. Because once I just realized either you are becoming too needy or, in short, I'm not finding something, I just move on. I move out. Even my marriage, I left. That was something else, yes, but it's really like me always going. So I had to get to that point where I was like, Father, please, I don't want to go anymore. Because where can I even go to? And this is something I like. And it is okay to like it. But you want to do it well. You don't want to mess up. Especially when you get to this kind of age like my own, 43. How many more can I have? Why? Other people have had one from since 20, like this Pastor Carl Cope, like he has had one from since he was 16. He started dating his wife. Up to today, they've been together for 33 years. I'm like, Father God, now wow. Me, This is a book, so it's not even like I'm saying something that somebody cannot verify. You can go and get that book. It's free on the Amazon for this couple of days, So yes, I had to be honest with myself. And of course, with all of those relationships, at least 99 of them, there was some frolicking involved. So imagine my body and everything. So this break is actually even helping me, like it's restoring me, like only by the grace of God that I'm not sick. It's true I used to protect myself, but it can never be 100% safe. So sometimes we get so carried away in this world, living all kind of crazy, thinking that it's fun. And then we keep being so hungry. I've watched a lot of things on YouTube, and I've talked to a lot of people. I'm a psychotherapist, and people are so empty, so angry, so bitter, so hungry, so frustrated, so all kinds of things. Because there is that void that you cannot fill with anything: drugs, sex, books, money, everything. I mean, I used to be so attached to my books, but the day they were burnt and I did not die, I realized that, okay. So even now that I've gotten many more, I was just moving in and packing them up, but I was just telling myself, well, whatever. I mean, I'm not attached. It can go. So emotionally, we have to do that work to realize that this person we are getting into a relationship with is not our 100% source of emotional support. That is why we even say in therapy and in other circles, get a support system, not one person. You cannot put all of that on one person. That's so people marry and then they are so tied up and they are so, why are you 100% put in to the point where the least thing, heart attack, everything finish because that person was your 100% source. No, I had to do that work, and I'm so grateful I did that work. So I did the spiritual work, and I'm still doing it, right? I'm still on this journey. Physical work is nothing. I'm a fitness enthusiast, a fanatic, even healthy food eating, everything. So this is me, and I don't wear my body out with stuff and all of those things. So I'm good. Spiritually, I had to give up, surrender completely. Emotionally, I had to do this inventory and everything. Mentally, I had to tell myself it's okay to have messed up, but it's okay to believe in love, and it's okay to love again. It's okay to give yourself permission, and I did that. I gave myself permission to live, to love, to laugh, and to learn. And so I'm going into this relationship, or I'm into this relationship with that free mind. I'm like clean slate, not beating myself up, not chastising myself. I watched something on YouTube and there was a whole question and answer debate. Oh, the body count, a woman's body count, a man's body count. And I'm like, well, I'm not bothered about that. Like I don't even want to know. And even if I know, so what? Who has not fallen short? Even those people claiming to be saints. The men of God, the bishops, everything. Do you know what happens in the dark, in the rooms and all of? You only know the ones that they tell you. The ones that they don't tell you, you don't know. Or the ones that are reported on the media, the ones that are not reported, you don't know. So nobody has a clean slate. We have all sinned and fallen short. We have all messed up in one way or the other. It could be your financial, it could be any life. So mine has been in relationships or the most part. So what? So mentally, I had to tell myself that. And yes, I had to also blame my PTSD. Because sexual promiscuity was one of my coping mechanisms. That is true. And I think that's why I had many relationships. Because once I just go get my high, my fix and stuff, I move on to the next one. If you are coming serious, trying to attach to me, that's your problem. So I had to do all of this work. And that's why my YouTube channel, titled A Queen and Her King, is actually talking about my journey to queenhood and our journey together as a couple. I'm in no rush because I know that I'm not the only one who has had such a tough time with relationships. And sometimes we pretend like, well, it's only other people. No, it's not only other people. Even you yourself, me. A lot is even us. Only other people how. So we need to own that up. Own it. Own your story. Own your past. I have owned it. 9 books. Owned it. And now I'm good to go. And I found someone who is so proud of having someone like me in his life. He calls me my angel and all of those kind of things. So don't give up. It's never too late. But please do your work. When you do your work and you count on God, me, I'm a Christian, so I can only talk of God. If you are Buddhist, you talk of Buddha, whoever, Muslim talk of Allah. There's no fighting about that. I don't know why people fight about that, but I don't fight about that. But I'll talk about my own. So if you do your work, and while doing your work, you count on God to give you the grace and to guide you, He will do what He alone does in His own way and in His own time. And it's also that process, that journey that I'm going to be sharing progressively, especially on my YouTube channel, right? But on IG, I will share the links, and there's a Facebook page which is linked up. And I'll do these lives once in a while, maybe once a week, something like that. I believe in love. It's so beautiful. I mean, we are all on this journey. It's so short, fleeting. You don't even know when you're going. So why don't you love? Why don't you live a happy life? Why don't you? It's not easy, but it is possible. Okay, well, so take care then. Thank you so much who joined. I'm so happy. I'm still growing. I don't even know IG stuff so much, so I'm learning. And so I really appreciate when people support me, when they join, and then all of those things. But look, we are in this together. I'm not better than anyone. I'm every other woman. Actually, I write here that when I write my books and I talk about myself, I always say that I am every other woman. What did I say? As a lawyer, psychotherapist, and motivational speaker, I have come across so many who have had such traumatic head and heartaches from dates and relationships gone wild west. Here is my modest keep it real contribution to the great bank of reflections others like the great Steve Harvey, Iyanla Vanzant, and Michelle McKinney-Hammond have put out there. I hope my musings and even shenanigans help someone out there, especially my baby brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, and maybe some of my generation still suffering or searching that on that infamous website like myself. Have a wonderful Saturday. God bless us all.